what are some recommended EOS tools that might help them in their communication and their meetings, building alignment with their team?
Yeah, the best tool to increase communication, increase team health, and thus results is the level 10 meeting agenda. I bet there are people listening to this who sit in meeting. If I've asked you to rate your meetings on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the best, your current internal meetings, bet you'd say something like a 3 or a 4, or maybe even lower. Meetings suck, man. In general, they're unproductive, they're unexciting, they're boring. You feel like you don't actually accomplish anything. We knew this. Gino Wickman knew this. He designed the level 10 meeting agenda. We call it the L10 for short. And it's exactly that. It is designed to help leadership teams, help any team actually get things done in a meeting, make decisions, move the business forward, and get closer to each other in the process. That's the ultimate tool for what you're talking.
Yeah, I love it. When we implemented the L10 meetings in our business, it was just night and day. We like shaved 15 minutes off our weekly team meetings for the leadership team. Everybody went from like threes to eights to nines on the ratings, and the recommendations are, just really minor things now. Like people are so much tighter connected with each other. The team communicates better outside of the meeting. Definitely huge fan and supporter of the L10 meetings. Now, switching a little bit to these, are there any particular like industries you'd say that EOS works best for, or is it more of just like the mindset and willingness of the leadership team, like kind of you mentioned before, being willing to take on something new that works best with EOS?
I get this question a lot. The EOS is industry agnostic. I work with construction companies, landscaping companies, trucking companies. I've worked with attorneys. I've worked with a baseball team. I've worked with industries of all sorts. And I know other people who have worked with accountants or doctors' offices or nonprofits. If you have human energy, EOS is could be appropriate for you because it's just a set of tools that helps harness human energy, which if you are trying to get anything done in this world, it requires human energy, even if it's just yours. That's criteria number one. Criteria number two is exactly what you said and what we've already talked about. You got to be entrepreneurial in nature, be willing to change. And if you want to get a little bit more specific, there's a third one. The tools will work for teams as small as one. I've helped implement EOS for a team of one, a business of one. If you have 10 employees, 10 team members, the tools will just feel like they click a little easier. That's what I would say.
Absolutely. Now, people who do start implementing it, have you ever found that maybe they have that energy when they're getting started, but maybe it kind of tapers off after a while? Have you observed that things can stall after that initial traction, or is it a system that really is kind of like self-propelling as it goes? And maybe if it does stall, what are some tips or strategies to keep that traction going?
Self-implementing companies who are not working with an implementer, which I was that company. I was self-implementing. We lost steam for sure. A lot of excitement out of the gate. And then you just get busy, right? You get back into your normal ways of doing things. The system, if ran purely, is designed around that very thing because losing interest, losing energy is just part of human nature. You're not a bad person because of it. It doesn't make you a shitty business owner. It just means you're a human. Congrats. So we do this 90-day world, this rhythm where we get together every 90 days for a quarterly session. And even if you're self-implementing, this is part of the process. You can do this to get out of the fray, reunite, re-energize, refocus. With my teams, after the first initial 3 days where we set up all their tools and they get on the same page with their vision and plan, then we're meeting in the same room every 90 days. 100% of that time, they come in frazzled and frayed and losing energy and feeling like the team is kind of pulling apart. They've lost focus. And then 100% of the time, after 7, 8 hours in a room together, they are walking out of there re-energized, fired up, excited, feeling like they're closer together as a team. Of course, only to about 90 days after that, be going through the same thing. So that's why this rhythm, which was designed around human nature, is so powerful.
Yeah, and that's not unique to, people that feel like, hey, they're struggling. And this was even talked about in the book Traction with Gino's own team. He said they experienced that. So this is definitely a universal truth on that part of human nature. Well, Harvey, as we're wrapping up here, what is one piece of advice that you would like to impart with leaders who want more freedom without losing control of their business?
What I want to say to that person is just that I feel you. I feel what it's like to be worried that you might be screwing it up, that you might have made a terrible decision, that you're questioning your own abilities, your decision making, and you're maybe even a little bit embarrassed and afraid of this idea of asking for help. So I get that. And I would encourage you with the reality that there are thousands, if not millions, of other people out there just like you, including me, and probably including you, Harley, and other people in the EOS community and EOS implementers who have been business owners, who have experienced this exact same thing, who have lost sleep, who have been worried about making payroll, etc. And we're here for you. There is a community of people out there for you, whether it's EOS implementers or other EOS companies or just other business owners. And I guess my only advice would be, I hope that you can find it in yourself to go ask for help, or at least go seek camaraderie and support from somebody, because it's out there.